So our friend, this show is the Black and White Essentials show here in the Massey Gallery of Art Rental and Sales at the Art Gallery of Greater Victoria. The idea behind this show is that drawing really is an intimate art form, and it's also a very immediate art form for most artists. So we wanted to present something that was very accessible and something that gave people that sense of being able, that it was just freshly finished, that accessibility. We also want to give the artists an opportunity to present their work as a true art form. We often think of drawing as the foundation of painting, of sculpting, of all the other art forms, and sometimes we forget to give it its due. So we want to promote the diversity of drawing as the foundation for all kinds of things, printmaking, all of that type of thing. So that's the idea behind this show. Luckily, we were able to get Prestige Picture Framing in Oak Bay to present one of Rachel Hellner's pieces to help people visualize what a small little drawing could actually look like once the framing has happened. So in this piece of work, this work still retains its freshness and its immediacy and somewhat accessibility, even though it's behind glass, because it's floated in this frame. And for this show, we wanted to make sure that people who were going to purchase the work had an opportunity to know how to frame it, for example. And Prestige kindly is giving everyone a discount for the framing of works that are purchased from this show. So, really well supported by them. We were overwhelmed, actually, by the number of submissions that we got. When I first conceived of the show, I thought we might get maybe 20 artists participating and probably 3 or 4 pieces, and we ended up with over 50 artists with over 200 submissions. So you can't see all of them on the wall here, although for our reception we did have all those pieces available for people to take a look at en masse out in the Kearley area of the gallery, all on a table, and people could touch them and pick them up and really have that experience of getting to know the drawing. So the idea also behind the presentation for this show is just that immediacy. It's not too stuffy, it's very relaxed. We just want to present the drawing as the key element here and not necessarily the presentation. So they're all sitting on clipboards and they're all tagged with just a small manila tag. So we think that this helps people feel really comfortable around this art. And it's been wildly successful. People have loved the presentation, just love the whole idea that they can come right up to this piece and see how it's been executed and really have that sense of the artist has just finished this and I'm the first person to see it. So that's exciting.
So how many pieces each artist brought, or?
So each artist has had the opportunity to submit 6 pieces of work. After the jury selection, the majority of the artists had between 3 and 4 pieces that were accessible for exhibiting. There are a few people who just submitted 1 piece of work, and so what you see here is 1 piece of work from each of the artists who were selected as participants by the jury. We have other pieces of work then to replace as the work is sold. So you'll see work here. For example, Nancy Slott's work is soft graphite on vellum, something that's really hard to work with, and she's done a fabulous job. Really interesting piece here by Nicole called Cedar Shadows, and again she's mounted her graphite and charcoal drawing on paper and then stitched it precisely to the backing. So people have gone to a tremendous amount of work to present their work really nicely. One wouldn't think of a wax resist necessarily as a piece of drawing, but you can definitely see the basis of drawing within Jan's work. We do have lots of figurative work in this exhibition, which is fantastic. So Richard Motchman, the graphite piece of Zoe, a male model that he did just an immediate drawing during a life drawing group. Again, another drawing of Rachel Hellner's. Here she used graphite, ink, and wax. On one of her other pieces, she also clipped some hair from the cat, and the cat hair is actually part of the drawing. Really intriguing pieces. Some of the pieces of work are from professional artists whose work is really well known within the city of Victoria. Other work is from brand new artists who are just participating in their first show. So we were really fortunate to get a real diverse selection of work for the show. The artists, as usual, have priced their own work, and because the drawings are not framed, we wanted to make sure that we're having a very accessible price point for people. So there is a lot of work that's incredible value. For example, this piece here, what a beautiful drawing, and the artist has asked $20 for that piece of work. Again, half of the work, or half of the proceeds go to the artist, and half of the proceeds from this show will go to support our programming here at the Art Gallery of Greater Victoria. There is some work, of course, that's at the higher end of price point, but these are from well-established artists. But we had such excitement by artists who have the first time a piece gets into an exhibition, for example, and here's another one for $30. Just quickly looking on the wall here, incredible value here. Christy Bridgman's etching, incredible amount of detail, a huge amount of investment of time and energy into that piece, and here we have something that people are able to purchase for $100. Andy Liu is a well-known artist. He's part of our art rental and sales program. We have lots of his work in the small work shows. And look at that beautiful little figure against those very dark, imposing mountains. So all kinds of different styles and just an incredible value for people. So we'd encourage everybody to come and take a look, and please take home a piece. Thanks.